Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome to United Real Therapy, people. We're in the final. Get in. Ollie's finally in the final. Five. It would have been 5. But thank God to De Gea. Thank God to De Gea. Thank God to De Gea and Cavani. Welcome, guys. Irfan, talk to me. We're in the final. Thanks to David De Gea.
Very sloppy United today. Very, very sloppy. I mean, where'd you? I mean, look, I'm gonna sort of cut them a bit of slack because, football's about motivation, isn't it? And when you're that far ahead, it's very hard to really get the team motivated in many ways. It might sound a cliche, but that's what I saw. So I don't want to rubbish them yet because it all went wrong in the sort of second half. Really, I mean, they had so many close chances. But luckily, they all went straight to De Gea. He made some good saves, but most of the chances were hit straight at him. So it was lucky on that level. But I don't know because, he played Donny. I was happy about that. But then I would rather he played where Pogba was and Pogba stayed up because then we would have won the game. Pogba's not good. Pogba did nothing in that, So that's just my personal opinion. So, I mean, I don't want to go. Normally, I would be hard on the team, but the fact that they got through, I'm not going to say anything. But it was sloppy. I mean, the goals were sloppy that we gave away. We're just sloppy. We're just not a serious professional outfit yet. But we should be happy that we're through. We're happy that Arsenal didn't make it. The Good Evening team didn't make it. So I was watching both games, and to be honest with you, I was shocked. But I like the fact that Cavani's on form. I like the fact that we although we gave it away in the first 15. I mean, the chances started happening. What was after the first couple of minutes, weren't they? The chances they had came very, very early, so they were up for it. But like I said, I'm sort of happy in some way, and it's sort of masking the fact that I feel like criticizing the team, but I don't think I should because we got through. I can't really say much further than that because. I was just hoping that I don't know why when you're winning, when you're 4 ahead, or was it 3? Yeah, it was 6-2. When you're 4 ahead, what are the tactics you play? What do you do? Do you just pack the midfield and just sort of make it play a 4-5-1, make it a sort of a game where they can't play? I mean, what do you do? I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, what would I do if I was the manager? So it was a tricky one, but I just having watched City, having watched Chelsea, I've watched Real Madrid, watching all the teams, I'm trying to work out how far behind we are in terms of our professionalism. And we're just a bit sloppy in everything. Whether we like it or not, we're through. We're still sloppy, aren't we? Let's be honest. We're still a sloppy team, aren't we? We're sloppy, especially at the back. And the midfield sort of making mistakes in dangerous positions. So we're sloppy. But like I said, having watched Villarreal, if our 18 plays where Pogba plays up front, we'll beat them. But our sloppiness could lose us that game very easily, so we shouldn't take it for granted at all. I'd like to, but we just can't because of the nerves of the finals. Yes, final nerves as well.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off, yeah.
Oli Bumbaye, thank you for joining us. Are you on?
Sorry?
There's a feedback. I'm getting some feedback.
Is it me?
I'm getting feedback from you, echo.
Irfan, are you watching me? Are you watching? Yeah. No. Are you watching me? Were you watching before you come on the show? You're on YouTube.
I'm gonna have a quick look now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Your voice is all right now.
Tell us what that was. How do you judge that game?
First of all, good evening, guys. Good evening to everybody that's tuned in, and
Good
those
evening.
that have not tuned in. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I think. Well, I was thinking what I said. There's no way Ollie P45 and all that, and I was watching this game, thinking, bloody hell, please no, I've got to come on here, man. Yeah. What can I say? Irfan summed it up pretty nicely. It was just one of these mad games. At one point, I was thinking, oh my God, man, it's happening. Yeah, I think Ollie will not be happy with that, and he'll kick ass tonight in the dressing room and say to him, listen, you can't, that was poor, boys. You got to be better. But, yalla, we're through. and our first final under Ollie, man. So embrace it and let's go and win it.
Congratulations to him. He took a lot of stick. You know, Ollie out keeps trending, but he took Man United at the fifth time of asking. He took Man United to the final.
And
even though I hate this competition, at the end of the day, it's a final after all. I never want Man United beating this.
It's good, Dino, though. You know, imagine we win it. All the team has won something now. It's good, man. And as somebody was saying in the comments, definitely. Congrats to if we win it. If we win it, congrats to Mason Greenwood, man. 100 appearances already at 19 years old. Is it? That's unbelievable. Fantastic.
20?
No, 19.
19. Wow.
Yeah. Fantastic, man. Really, respect.
De Gea, De Gea masterclass tonight. As Sensi says here now, De Gea, man, he made 9 saves. 9 saves he made, and at least 4 of them were goal-saving saves. You know, 4 of them were brilliant saves. Wow. World-class De Gea. I mean, I'm not being his biggest fan. I thought he lost me after the Sheffield United game. But tonight, he was back to his best. That was world-class performance from him. And obviously Cavani. Cavani's record against Roma in that Olympic Stadium is just phenomenal. So he did what he was been doing against them for a long, long time. But looking forward to the final now. I don't know how much you guys know about Villarreal, but they're not an easy team to play against. And one thing about Unai, good evening, Emre, he'll have them prepared because he understands the tempo and the pace the Premier League teams play against us, and he knows how Man United play. You know what I mean? He knows he will have an insight while we will have an insight because, you know, our manager didn't manage in Spain before he managed Man United. So, and his record is incredible in this competition. But, you know, we've got a hell of a week. We've got 8 days, haven't we? We've got, 5 games in 8 days? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we're playing a game every 2 days now, starting on, I think, Sunday. Monday off, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday another game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough, man. So get the Man United players in your fantasy Premier League, boys and girls.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see where the end of the season is. It's gonna be a very, very interesting to see what happens. But we will. We're in a final, and we've got to celebrate that. We're in a final. Like I said, it's a trophy that I never want to be in. I am so sick to death of it. And I'm actually happy for Arsenal. Arsenal don't have to play in Europe because Arteta, as a coach now, if he gets a chance, if he doesn't get sacked, Arteta is going to have a week, you know, from week to week to really coach the players. And that's the benefit. And I always wanted that. I genuinely wanted Ollie to have a week to week where he can, you know, from Saturday to Saturday to really coach the players. So it's very interesting to see if Arteta gets given a chance. But it is what it is. I mean, they were unlucky, to be honest with you. He hit the post and the bar how many times?
That's an awful comment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a killer.
Yeah, he hit the bar thing. He hit the post, and he hit the post twice. Aubameyang tonight. That some of the defending from Villarreal look like more encouraging. So hopefully we'll see.
I don't think Pau Torres played, did he, Nuruddin?
No, I don't know. I don't.
He didn't play. No, I don't think he played. Coquelin was the main guy at the back.
Yeah. No, in midfield. He was more in midfield, Coquelin. It was midfield.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, the main sort of
guy. Yeah,
holding guy.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, we look forward to our final on the 26th of May. In Gdansk. Polska. Big up the Polska massive. Yeah. It'll be very interesting, but we shall see. But the defending, I don't know what was going on out there, honestly. I don't know. They played almost like Leeds, didn't they? They played like Leeds, didn't they? They left man for man. And I thought we were wasteful as well. We missed loads of sitters.
Very wasteful, we were. Very wasteful.
We missed loads of chances. I thought we missed loads of chances.
We did.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Very interesting to know what the final stats were. I mean, for a neutral, what a game that was. What a tie that was. Yeah. What a game. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, but you can see, a lot of people were having a go at. Now, he did play. Torres did play. played, yeah. And they're saying the people saying he was very solid tonight. He played well. What was I going to say? For the
You get
neutral,
them next year with
For the
Jose in charge. You're not getting no big scores.
yeah, for the neutral, that's an amazing game. What a tie that was. You know, 8-5. Is that what it ended up like?
8-5, yeah,
We
8-5.
conceded 5 goals in 2 legs. Oof.
That's bad. No, how you look at it, that's bad.
I mean, you can tell people were having a go at Donny. Bailly looked rusty, and obviously Tellez looks rusty, and Williams looks rusty.
Yeah.
I mean, these players have not been used all season.
No.
So what do you expect? I always say at a top level football, you need 4 games to be your sharp. You need 4 games to be your sharp. And I just hope that doesn't come to bite Ollie in the backside, because
So wait a second, Nuruddin.
I can't imagine him picking the same team. I can imagine him picking the same team twice for 2 games, but not for the 5 games. No way can he do that.
But wait, Nuruddin, let me ask you a question then.
Check that comment.
But wait a second, Nuruddin. Look, you just said that Williams was rusty. You said Bailly was definitely rusty. Tellez was rusty. So wait a second. So whose fault?
Donny was rusty.
Yeah. So you're done. But whose fault is that? The fact that they're rusty. Whose fault?
The
is
manager.
that?
The manager. Yeah.
Right then. So the manager even giving him 10 minutes or 50 minutes here and there. So that's on the manager. That's not anybody else. That's the manager.
No, but what I'm saying to you, that's why I said that's going to bite him in the backside if he doesn't be careful. Because look what's going on now. Obviously, because we did the protest, the Premier League are punishing Man United and Man United fans and the players. They're punishing us all by giving this. When players have already played every 3 days, now they have to play every 2 days. I mean, how can you play on a Tuesday, then 1 day rest and play on a Thursday? That's unheard of. That's absolutely unheard of. But it is what it is. That's the punishment we should take. If that means getting the Glazers out, then surely not. Surely. But I'm glad that Rashford didn't play. Rashford was only on for 15 minutes, I think. Did he play for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. Definitely Windy. Windy saying that Roma players was coming. Auditioning, yeah. Mkhitaryan looked like he was a man on fire tonight. He played really well.
They played well. You got to give it to them. They did play well. They played. They played with some decent intensity.
Yeah.
I think Pedro made a difference as well.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be difficult. Of course, his record is incredible, and it's Real. They've got a couple of talented young players. I mean, I think they're a city of 40,000 or 45,000. The population of Real is tiny. It's very tiny. That's why when they got to the Champions League semi-final, I was thinking, wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. So congratulations to Villarreal and good evening. And his record is, like I said, his record is incredible.
Yeah.
But we will see. Obviously, as you guys already know, that the media are now making it about Manchester. Manchester United are pushing this narrative now. This propaganda to try to scapegoat Gary Neville for everything that's going on with Man United and the Glaze It Out campaign. Gary, hopefully, has got enough, big kahunas to deal with that. But it's really interesting, how they try to get Ollie Fez his Gary Neville kind of deep down heart of heart. These quotes are out there. There's famous quotes of Ollie saying, "Get these donkeys out." So it's really interesting how the media try to play it now. Because obviously the media need to frame it, especially Sky, and they have to frame it specifically because a lot of money was lost. Almost 1 billion audience that didn't watch the game on Sunday. So now Man United fans are getting scapegoated for everything, and Gary Neville is getting it, and he's a Man United fan. So it's really interesting. What do you think, Irfan?
But look, you knew this was going to happen, Nuruddin. You knew this was going to happen. You knew that there had to be a pushback, didn't there? Because, whether you like it or not, getting the biggest game in English football, historically postponed was major. Because let's be honest, what fans don't seem to understand, well, the ones that are protesting and, who are sharp enough to understand that life is about money. And the only way you get people to act is when you hurt the money supply, okay? And by cancelling that game, United fans did the one thing they needed to do, cancel the money supply. Because the money supply starts with the fans, and then once it gets to the top level, which is the football club, the broadcasters, the media, everyone else who's got something a financial stake in it all is all totally pissed off. Totally pissed off. The advertisers are thinking, wait a second, we lost the money we paid for the advertising slot. Where's that gone? I want my compensation, etc., etc. So the boardroom is having massive questions behind saying, look, this disruption is bad for business, and that this bad for business is going around every corporation everywhere. Yeah, right. So they're thoroughly pissed off, right? But then they're also thinking, what's the strategy to come back to the fans and the fact that everybody knows morally it was a good thing to do because the fans were protesting against a vulture capitalist owner that is there just to rinse the club dry. So morally, they know the public is with them. But the problem is they don't care about the public. All they care about is how do they maintain the status quo? How do they keep the money rolling and just like let the fans have their one day, but just give them a slap again in terms of sit down and don't do this again, because that's what they're all working out right now. So I find it interesting that isn't the game going to be played on Thursday now? The Liverpool game,
8 o'clock.
So they've chosen a day that it's going to be difficult for the fans to come out. It's not a weekend anymore. So it's going to be, they're making their moves now. Like you said, they're already trying to besmirch Thingy's name, Neville's name, etc. Right, because he's the most high-profile pundit online that's supported the United fans, and he's a United fan himself. But then, so obviously Neil Ashton and all them boys have got together and thinking, right, how are we going to stop this?
Neil Ashton,
yeah, all of them, not just Neil Ashton. The amount of supporters I heard in Man United, people like Andy Goldstein on TalkSport and people like that. Oh no, I'm not into this protest when it turns violent and this and that. I was like, what do you mean violent? There was nothing violent about it. It's a protest. There was nothing dangerous. We were both there. We saw it. So. But it was amazing how many so-called Man United fans have just established a status quo. Now, I don't know whether it was the fact that they worked for TalkSport or they worked for United TV. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely some interests that they didn't want to break, yeah? It related to their work and their jobs. And at the end of the day, the fans now have to work out, because they've got to be ready for something's coming. They've got to be ready to be strangled again. But we have to work out, what do we do next? What do we do to counteract what they're going to try and do? Because weren't the Arsenal fans, they were protesting today, weren't they?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, they were saying they were cronky out. There was lots of cronky out before the game. So, everything in life is about the moment. When the moment comes, were you able to take advantage of the moment? So it was 1-0 to the fans, but I'm waiting for the retaliation now. So, like I said, I don't expect anything but massive retaliation from Sky, from the media, from the corporations, from all the people that had a financial stake in that game to really push back and kick back very, very strong against the fans and the ordinary Man United supporters.
Oli Bumbaye?
I think, at the very least, if we've stopped the Super League going ahead, that is great news, and that everybody can take credit for that. I think it was really quick, really good, how high-profile people. These are all football fans at the end of the day. There are many common denominators between these people and us, even if they have got comfortable lives and stuff. That's fair play to them. They were just people like us who made it. So there's no resentment against money or anything like that. Fair play. What it is when they came out with this Super League thing, the way that they behaved, they only have themselves to blame that we kicked off. And whatever happens from here, I think at the very least it's a real victory morally, and however you want to see it, that Super League is not going ahead, and hopefully it put out a good message to all the owners that this isn't the United States. Here, football is more about than just winning the trophies. Like for United fans and all the clubs with a history, especially, hopefully they have a little bit of insight into what it means given the backlash. So that will always be a positive thing. The rest, you just have to take it as it comes, really. Are we going to be able to have these owners changed? And if we have got them changed, is the change of ownership going to be something that is better for the club in terms of its financial position, in terms of its investment from the heart into the team? I think Liverpool owners, they got a good backlash as well. But what they've managed to do during their tenure is really invest in Liverpool. Like, we want this team to have, we want to build towards something and be a real success. We're a top 4 team right now, but we want to win a Champions League. We want to win this and that. And they've put in a team of people that know what they're doing. They're really good in the transfer, the way they sign. They're really good in the way they sell. I mean, I can't believe some of the money they've recouped. And the way that they've bought good players, not world-class players, and turned them into really top players under a manager with a really good system. And it's taken 5 years, yeah, but it's been 5 years well spent. So whatever happens, I hope that they start to look at the game and do the right things and bring the right people in and aim to do good things for Manchester United, to get Manchester United, like it should be, really. Instead of just periodically launching big money, because big money doesn't guarantee anything. We've seen that. Look at Barcelona. So much shit. They've wasted so much money on these players, 100 million here and there and everywhere. Real Madrid, Galacticos, look at that policy. It didn't yield anything. In 10 years, I think it was 2 La Ligas and a Champions League. When considering what they had bought and what they'd invested, it's not great. So, the traditions of this club has always been as well youth. And since Ollie's come now, you look, Williams, Tuanzebe, McTominay, Rashford, Greenwood, even Pogba to an extent is a youth product, and it's beautiful to see. So there is a victory there, and who knows what the future holds. I don't think the Glazer family is just gonna, we're gonna leave. But we're gonna do. People can make the choice to do what's within their power, which is, withhold your funds. It's going to sting. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be easy. I mean, like now, for example, Manchester United have got 3 games in 6 days. So the team is paying for that. The players and the manager are paying for that. And I can see us losing one of those games and maybe not performing as we could have in 2 of those games, because it's a big ask, Day after, in 2 days, we got our first game. Then we have 1 day off, then we play again. Then we have 1 day off, then we play again. That's a lot of games, man. That's especially at the late end of the season. City are only playing once this week, for example. A lot of teams just once, some twice. We've got 3 games. So that protest, the players and the manager have paid for that now. And,
that was on purpose.
It's just...
The rescheduling was done on purpose.
Yeah, definitely. It could be. They're just gonna different tactics, isn't it? Because you'll feel with the. I don't want to hurt the players or the team. They got caught unawares, and to be fair to most managers, man, it's not easy to have your employer stood in your face and somebody's asking you what's he like, and you're going to say he's a complete bad person. They've articulated it well. Everybody that's been under the microscope, more or less, and it is how it is where we're up to. So, God willing, going forward, the protests, hopefully they. Man, when I think of the protests, there is an art to protesting, and because of the people that are waiting for incidents to happen to zoom in on it and make it bad. And even some United fans and other high-profile people are looking at this protest and thinking, no, it's not good what happened and stuff like that. So hopefully it's got to be just disobedience, non-cooperative, but it can't just be lager louts, man, just turning up, going nuts and that. That's not how to start and do a protest. If the police start busting heads and stuff, then okay, it's a different ball game. But you can't be the ones to go instigating. It's like, if I'm stood in front of you, I'm not moving. I'm not throwing any punches. I'm not moving. If you start throwing punches at me, then I will defend myself. It's got to be that sort of thing, because what you want is to bring people on side. Do you understand what I'm saying? You want to bring people on side. You don't want to be intimidating and people like, no, this is not for us, forget this and leave. It's because the idea of the protest is, to highlight a point and try and disrupt proceedings, which they did. And the protests were, there was families there and stuff like that. But there was a bit of bullshit as well in that protest that I think we need to iron a few of those kinks out. But you can't take those few incidents and tarnish the whole protest. But it's always the way. A couple of dodgy eggs will, make a disaster of the thing. So just I think everybody bear that in mind.
Interesting. We got somebody was asking me before if there's a protein. Just to update some of you guys, I don't know if you already know, but Must, which is a Manchester United, Manchester United,
Supporters Trust.
The Supporters Trust. Basically, they gave early on in the week they gave a 4-point plan to the club, and they've got till tomorrow to get back to Must and see what they say. If they don't, Must don't accept, and most likely they're going to try to placate the fans. And we know when we've been gaslighted and we've been, you know how many times they insult our intelligence. I think then Must and the other fan groups will call for more protests, but the protests are going to be more different. They can't just we all go to the stadium like we did again. There's an online protest which most of you can get involved, guys. And I've put the links on my Twitter. You can just find my tweet from today, this morning, and the one from yesterday, where all of the companies, all of the hashtags are on there. And basically, you just go and write on Google review from all those corporations. And it basically, the tagline of the protest is not a penny more, which is fantastic. All you need to do is search on social media, search on Twitter, not a penny more. And you'll see all of the article, the letter that was written, brilliant letter that was written. I went through it a little bit last night. It was written by United fans to all of the different partnerships and corporations Man United have partnerships with, and basically explaining to them, you are siding with the Glazers if you don't divest from Man United, and it's a boycott campaign online. So check it out, guys. Not a penny more. That's all you type it into to Google or to Twitter, and that's what you get. But anyway, we don't want to go on too long, guys. So we're playing Villa on Sunday. That'll be an interesting at 2:00 Villa on Sunday.
What are the next 3 games they're in? What are they? So Villa on Sunday,
and then it's Liverpool. It's Leicester on Tuesday. Leicester on Tuesday,
and then
Liverpool Thursday.
What's the next game after that then?
I think is it Wolverhampton? No, it's not. It's Fulham. Is it Fulham? Oh,
is it the Sunday game?
I think it might be, Fulham at home. Let me just check 1 second.
Well, that's a good thought. Look at this comment here. Ollie, play the under-23s, don't want to risk injuring the players. Do you reckon he could do that?
Yeah, Man United can do that.
I don't think he could do that, He'd face some sort of backlash from the Glazers. But if he did that, I don't want to put any I don't expect anything from Ollie, man. He's a man of the players. They're doing whatever they're doing. But imagine he just fielded the 23s out. That would be a hell of a statement.
Yeah. So I'll go through the fixtures again. So we play on the 9th, which is Sunday at 2:05. It's Villa away. And then we're home to Leicester at 6:00 on Tuesday, the 11th. And then at 8:15 on Thursday, the 13th of May, Liverpool. And then the Tuesday, we play Fulham at home. And then our last game of the season is Wolverhampton on the 23rd.
And then final on the 26th.
Yeah.
Wow, it's pretty full.
So
we
got 5 days. We got a week from till Thursday. We don't play till the Tuesday. So Thursday the 13th, Liverpool United, and then we don't play till the next Tuesday. So we don't play till the next Tuesday. So that's really strange, isn't it? We don't play till we could have played. Yeah, we could have played that game on a Friday. Basically, we could play Liverpool on a Friday, on the 14th, and played. But they didn't want to do that.
So we're going to have to take it easy on the team, I think, guys. If Ollie's going to rotate and rest, the most important game now, these aren't really important games now because of the way the fixtures are. We've got our second place. Hopefully we'll pick up a few points.
We've definitely got second place, haven't we?
No, not really. Leicester beat us. Leicester are only a couple of points behind us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's margin for some error there. Hopefully if you can pick up 3 or 4 points in these 3 fixtures. I'm not expecting. I'm expecting some, slip ups and maybe some dodgy performances because of the way the games are. But the important thing now is to try and get into that Villarreal game. Fresh, full team, no injuries, because that would be the cherry on the cake. I think that's the game now. So hopefully that's how it rolls. But like I'm saying, don't go start killing the players and Ollie if there's a few dodgy performances, because I think they're to be expected in this next 3 games the way they are.
So the bit of this has just come out. This has just been released right from the club. Thanks, Lassie. Ramdeen just updating us. He says, official Man UFC tells season ticket holders traveling to Gdansk for the Europa League final, the club will subsidize £200 to reduce the trip cost to 189 from 389.
Thank you, Glazers. Keep it coming.
Still Glazers out.
But thank you. It's we'll take that. Good for the fans that are traveling, man.
Yeah. Wonder if next round will also die because of course. Kanisa says Arsenal protests today were dead because the game was held in the evening. Wonder if the next United protest will also die because Manchester versus Liverpool will be in the evening. Yeah, of course. That's what they wanted to put. Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah. Of course, Chris. Of course, it's classic PR bullshit. Of course it is. They think they can buy off the fans. It's absolutely laughable. Can you imagine if all the fans said, "No, we'll pay the 300 quid. No, thank you." That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Please, all those season ticket holders that have got a chance to go, you know what I mean? If you've got a chance to go, say no, thank you. Thank you, but no thanks. That would be amazing if they all just wrote a letter said, "No, Glazers out." No, thank
What if they said we're not even going? Keep the money.
That'd be even better.
Exactly. That will be even better, yeah. Hopefully we can. Fingers crossed. We can't. Obviously, it's Villa game. I don't know if we got Villa Reds. You know what I mean? If there are Brummy Reds out there, go outside Villa Park.
Yeah, there are.
Go outside Villa Park, people. You know what that game is. 2:00. Make sure you stop that bus. You know what hotel Man United are gonna stay. Stop that bus, or at least hold it up. Hold that game up. But guys, I don't want to go on too much tonight. We're in a final. We got to be thankful. I've got to get that out of me. I've got to get that optimism out of me because I hate the Europa League. Like I said, I never want to be anywhere near Europa League ever again because my standards for Man United are high, people. I refuse to drop the standards for Man United. We should never be in the Europa League final. We should be in the Champions League final. But it shows you the structure, our owners, the leeches, the parasites, the vultures. Will vulture and leech on. You know what I mean?
They're not going to change anything.
So, Glazers out, guys. Please, if you're on Twitter, please on Twitter or Instagram or any of the social media, even on Facebook, please check out Not a Penny More. Please look at all the companies Man United that sponsor Man United. Please get at them. Give them all bad reviews. Write to them. Write email to them. That's what I've been doing the past couple of days. I've been writing construct emails with other United fans, and we've been sending them out to them to explain to them, basically, you are at war with Man United fans. And big up to all those, I was hearing that news about the Norwegian fans going outside the US Embassy to protest. Big up all the Norwegian fans, especially the ones in Oslo, protesting outside the US Embassy. Big up to the people that protested in Kenya. You know what I mean? In solidarity with us the other day. Big up. I saw the photos. I posted it on social media. So hopefully we're waiting for the Florida Reds. I don't know if United have got that many Reds in Florida or areas close to Florida.
Bro, even 10 people protesting is something.
Of course it is. But anyway, guys, we don't want to keep this all night. No, we want to keep this one short tonight. So it's been an absolute pleasure. Please like, subscribe, and share. We're going to try to build this community, and we can't do it without you. And like I said, those of you who don't follow me on social media, make sure you follow us on social media. And hopefully you will have your say. I'll have a show where you call in and basically like Irfan and Oli Bumbaye, you know, that you just come on here and have your say. So let's do that. Let's get interacting, people. We couldn't do this without you, like I said. Therapy Army. Keep the pressure going. We'll be interested to see what the club statement is tomorrow. It'll be very interesting because they have to reply to MUS, Manchester United Supporters Trust, and other fan groups. They have to reply. So it'll be very interesting. And basically what MUS have asked for is basically getting the Glazers to share so that United fans become majority shareholders. That is one of the things. And also to have directors. They're asking for one of the key points that Man United Supporters Trust are asking for is to have a couple of directors within the board. At least 3 directors within the board. And we already know that Chelsea have gone ahead of that already, you know, tried to beat out any government legislation already. And Chelsea are already doing that. Chelsea are going to have, I think, a couple of fans represent the fans on the board in the board meetings.
They know I'm voting for you.
They're like, nah, well, you can vote for me. You know where? I'll tell them. I'll be sitting across them and I'll be telling them Glazers out. Every answer, Glazers out.
Don't kill anybody, man.
Glazers out. no, all the words you will ever hear from me will be Glazers out. See you later, Avram. See you later, Joe. See you later. I don't know what the sister's called. See you later, all the Glazers. Goodbye. Good riddance. And I'll be telling them every day, Richard Arnold, you're a donkey, you're a banker. What do you know about football? Matt Judge, what do you know about football? You know me. I'll be out of there. They'll be kicking me out. They'll be kicking me out. They'll be kicking me out straight away. But anyway, guys, please share. Like I said, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You know, Irfan's on Twitter if you want to get Irfan Rainey. Oli Bumbaye, catch that. He's a roadman, so catch him on road. Catch the voice. Here, listen out for the voice if you're in Manchester and you're on road. Well, thanks for the interaction, guys. Big up to each and every one of you. And big up to all the United fans there working hard on whether it's social media, where it's the physical protest, where the police protest in your countries as well. And share that on social media. Let's keep the pressure, guys. Peace, love, light, always. Win, lose, draw, Glazers out.